Oh,
Cool.
hi.
All right. It is Lisa and Oz. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Oh, there we go. I'm unmuted. I'm doing awesome. How about yourself?
Great, great. Let me just let me check my audio settings here before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Background noise suppression is low. Audio gain is turned up. Great. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. It is 9 o'clock in the evening in
Wow.
our country.
So meet Oz. He's sort of the teacher's pet.
Good morning for you.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, hi.
Hey.
Good to see you. It says TS. What does that stand for? TS.
That's true shown.
True. Right. True. I thought you were true. Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
That's a cool name.
Thank you.
And Lisa is our new beautiful student from Russia, guys, by the way. Isn't that interesting?
Oh yeah. Cool.
So I have Google Translate all up and ready to go, Lisa, so that we can speak Russian today. And then of course,
I
Saturday morning.
understand what you're saying.
No Saturday morning session would be complete without Jim. We got Jim's the first one in and the last one out. All right, let's go ahead and get started, you guys. It's good to see you here this morning. Let's just go through our technology check. So Lisa, it's our second session here. Oz is our sort of veteran of this stuff, and so is Jim. True. I'm glad you can make it. Let's just make sure that everybody's got their technology and their facilities set up and ready to go. Okay. So I'm gonna. Do you have the course set up? Let me grab my here I am, and I'm gonna share my screen. Boom, boom, boom. Here we are. Boom and boom. Are you logged into the program so that you can get access to your training page? Yes or no?
Yes.
I need to open that. Sorry.
All right. True.
Do that.
Let's make that happen.
As I can.
All right, cool.
And
So we got to check. Next, are we logged into our ever so friendly 90-day go to quick start training page? Of course, Oz. Of course. Lisa, Jim.
I'm on the TVS landing page, but I'm trying to remember how to get there. Go now.
I have to open it.
So
I got it.
Okay. All right. Can I show you guys what I do? So I have to get into morning, Amy. So I have to get into all this stuff too, right? So I have this on an Evernote. I save these all in an Evernote. Here's the Zoom channel. Here's the library page. Here's the Evernote page. Here's the translator for Lisa. Like it's all ready to go. Okay. See? So I just click on it and I'm logged in. All right. So let's go. So again, real quick, facilities checklist. Are we logged into the course program so you can get access to the training page? Yes, Oz, Lisa?
Yes.
Okay, true.
I am working on it. It's loading slowly. I'm waiting for it to do things.
Right. Jimbo?
But I will log in.
Yeah, I'm just copy and pasting it right now.
All right, cool. Amy?
Good.
I'm getting that, yeah.
All right, bring up your pages, team. All right, next the ever so important 90-day quick start hyperlink training template page on an Evernote. Oz, of course. Lisa, do you have this?
Yes.
All right, good girl. True?
I do not know that I've seen this before.
Great. Well, all this is available for you inside the private Saturday morning class resource environment. It's okay. I'll give you the link right now. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That is something I could be doing for you guys. Sorry. In fact, yeah, why don't I do that? Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Here is the training page. If you're logged in with your account, you'll land on the same training page. And here is our Saturday morning Evernote quick start page. Take a look at your Zoom chat. Okay, Zoom chat, here it comes. Boom.
Zoom chat.
That's the training page. And yeah, it's the training page. Here's the Evernote page. Hang on, guys. That's not what I wanted. Boom, right here. Boom, there we go. And here's your Evernote training page.
This is just a tip. I don't know if anybody else here is actually using a Mac, but if you actually save all, like if you make a folder in your toolbar for like your favorites, your bookmarks, just for your TVS stuff, you can put all of your links inside there. And then all you have to do, if you hold the command button and just click on the folder in your favorites bar at the top, it'll actually open every single one of your links. So if you had 3 links saved in there, you just command and click on that folder up in your favorites, and it'll open 3 tabs with all 3 of those links. That makes sense?
It does mostly. I think it's a little bit techy for people, but it's cool. Maybe you could do a quick little Loom video for us today. You know, if it's 30 seconds or something, just like, hey guys, here's and then share it with me, and I'll share it to the team.
Yeah,
Okay.
most stuff.
Or you know what? I'll take the video and I'll upload it to our private YouTube channel. Does that make sense? We've got a private YouTube channel where you guys can watch these things. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it together for y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, groovy, man. Thanks. Okay. All right. Let's get started. This is our biggest class so far. Very cool. We have 3 veterans and 2 noobs. Lisa and True are with us. Lisa and True, I think we're just gonna move forward at a steady pace, and I'm gonna ask that you guys just sort of learn as you go, and as we kind of get moving, we will stop and give you some special care and special attention, but I want to make sure that the veteran folks also are going to, you know, get some value out of this a little bit, okay? The way this has been sort of working out is, and it's really best way to get some benefit is, from time to time I'll go down each student and just ask you guys the same question, and we'll try some things. But I think what happens is what I've been doing is you've noticed the last couple sessions I've been sort of focusing on 1 or 2 people and giving them a little bit of quality time so they can work through a siren or work through an onset, and then the rest of you get to kind of watch me coach them, and hopefully you're learning from that. Is that process been helpful for you guys? Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. Doesn't mean we spend the entire hour on one person necessarily, but I have to be able to hear people in repetition for good, you know, for several chops, so I can coach them and align it up. I can't just do it once and then it's magic. I have to hear them a little bit. Okay? All right. Cool. The other thing is did we get keyboards? Keyboards, everybody have a keyboard ready to go? Okay. Does everybody have one of these ready to go?
I do not have that.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. That's the one that's a little bit, all right. I want you guys, if you can, to train with amplification. Now, I understand that sometimes that can be an annoyance for your neighbors or whatever, but if you can get some soft amplification when you're training, it's important. Okay? It doesn't have to be a fancy thing. It could just be a cheap thing or whatever in a guitar amp or whatever. Just so as you have some kind of amplification. Ready? And yes, again, this morning I am using this new the new Mojave MAD. This thing is awesome. This is a gorgeous mic. I think it's one of my top 5 mics out of about 80 microphones, this thing. So yeah, I'm recommending this mic to the world, okay, you guys, and they are helping us sponsor this little show today. Why do I like it? It's built well. It feels great in my hands, and they purposely made the microphone Oz. They purposely, yeah, Jim.
When you're talking to the mic, it's incredibly distorted.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah. You asked me to do that.
I know. In our last session, I volunteered Jim to be my sound tech.
Can't understand you.
Yeah, is that better?
No, it's terrible.
All right, let me go to my settings, damn it.
All right.
It's
Sounds
quieter,
super-
but it's still distorted.
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, hang on, guys. Sorry. Where do I go? I can stop doing that. I'm going to go here. Zoom, audio settings. Audio settings. Okay, I amped up the gain. Test 1, 2, check. Is that better?
It's very bassy. It's better, but it's extremely bassy.
Test 1, 2, 3, check. How's that?
It's okay. Not as good as when you're not talking to the mic.
All right. Well, I will tell you this, and then I'll wrap this up. We'll start training. It is partially, it's a little bit bassy because this microphone is bassy.
No, it's some Zoom thing. It's not the mic.
Okay, then I'll stay off it for a moment. Okay. All right, let's get the training. All right, am I sounding okay now? Okay, great. All right, any questions? Everybody trained. They did a lot of work. You got the program. I know you guys put hours and hours into this since our last session. Did you have any? Do you have any questions, or are there any aha moments that you'd like to share? Yeah, the guy in the back of the room, Jim.
Not a question, but because you told that story of switching to of starting to do dampen and release and attack and release for a month, and that you had this huge breakthrough that was very dramatic. I spent like 15 minutes doing quack and release, warming up, quack and release, and then I switched over to dampen and release and attack and release, and then I tried singing some songs, and I was like, oh, it's only 1 or 2 days, but something's changed, because I feel like I put the foundation down with the quack and release, and then the dampen and release and attack and release. So all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, that's like just going for stuff. Because I remember you had said to me in the private lessons that I was very cautious, and like the attack and release, the dampen release sort of take away some of that fear. Right. So in our last session, Oz, you didn't see it. True, you didn't see it. I'm going to do it super fast. I shared a true story about certain techniques that I started. Some I invented, some I, sort of refined, that I worked on, that were transformational, that radically changed my voice and my students as well. Okay, I can count them on one hand, really. Okay? And I think we were talking about the attack and release onset, glottal attacks. Going straight into a vowel, right? As opposed to coming off a consonant. Does that make sense, guys? The onsets, the TVS onsets, are characterized by, among other things, the fact that they're defined by the phonetic that it starts with, whether it's a consonant or a vowel. Does that make sense, you guys? For example, the track and release onset starts with a nasal. Okay, that's a nasal track and release onset. It's a track and release onset because it starts with a nasal. Okay, so when we start onsets with just pure vowels, no consonants. A, ah, o, ah, a. Okay, it's in the book, it's in the program. One of the things about, we have a name for it, we call it the attack and release onset. Okay. And it's a play on words of a glottal attack. Right? You guys know what a glottal attack is. Oz, you don't get to answer this. Anybody else other than Oz, because he's always got the answers. You guys know what a glottal attack is?
I believe it's the vocal folds coming together.
That's right. The glottis is the space between the vocal folds. Left vocal fold, right vocal fold, in the middle. I'm looking through my glottis. Okay. A glottal attack is a chaotic crash of the vocal folds. A, ah, o, ah, a. When I onset into a vowel, not rolling off a nasal, not rolling off an H, no consonants, but straight into a vowel, straight into the resonance. A, ah, o, ah. I'm crashing my vocal folds. I am engaging glottal attacks. Now, that might sound concerning. Glottal attacks, chaotic crashing, that might be sort of, oh, maybe that's not healthy. It's fine. Provided that you do one thing. You can do these glottal attacks, attack and release onsets. They are aggressive. They are aggressive, and we want that. And it won't hurt you, provided that you do one important thing when you are doing your glottal attacks. True? What is it?
Yeah.
What is that one thing we need to be doing? He looks terrified, doesn't he? He didn't see that coming. You don't know?
No.
I didn't think you would, but I thought I'd play with you a little bit. No, Oz, you don't get an answer. Lisa?
No, I don't know.
Amy knows it. Amy, come on.
The cry mode?
Yeah. Of course. Oh, yeah. So as long as you're thinning out in cry mode, you will protect your voice. If you do glottal attacks without cry mode, you will fatigue your voice. Okay. So that is the lesson, again, on attack and release onsets. That's the backstory, okay? Now, what Jim is talking about is I started doing for years as a voice coach and as a singer, I avoided glottal attacks. I stopped. Why? Why did I not do glottal attacks? Because the world of vocal chaining and vocal coaching tells everybody not to do glottal attacks. Oh, it's dangerous. Oh, it's going to fatigue your voice. Oh, it's going to hurt you. That's what I heard. We all heard for many years. Don't do glottal attacks. Well, don't do glottal attacks without cry mode, without warming up, without good resonance. But if you do glottal attacks the proper way, it's the best thing, one of the best things you can do to grow your voice. So the story was, I fell on my knees in my studio in Seattle at like 12:30 at night, after working on glottal attacks, after giving myself permission to do glottal attacks, after years and years and years of avoiding glottal attacks, because that's what they said, people said I don't want to do glottal attacks, so I didn't do it. And I didn't coach it. And I wasn't totally satisfied with my singing. And then one day I just said, hell with it, I'm going to do glottal attacks. I just want to see what happens. So I worked on glottal attacks, attack and release onset for a month. I fell on my knees in tears one morning at 12:30 at night because I was singing songs that I wanted to sing all my life and I wasn't able to sing them. They were okay, but I wasn't really able to really nail it. It's the glottal attack and cry mode that made the difference. Sorry, I promised you a short story, but it wasn't too short, but that's what happened, Jim. I hope you're getting something out of that. I mean, practice the glottal attacks, but make sure you're warmed up, okay? All right, so any other questions? Any questions, you guys?
One thing I was just going to mention, when I was doing the attack and release and dampen and release,
Yeah.
I noticed like when I first started doing it, I was getting into the habit of kind of more focusing on the, how do I explain this? So if you're doing I was putting more focus into the last one with the actual release. And so if I did A 3 times, I wasn't putting as much focus on the first 3. And I would notice like maybe the first time my configuration might be this way, then the second time a little bit this way, so on and so forth. So what I started doing is I started like literally taking time with each one. So A, okay, I was a little off here, A, and then until I got to a point where I was bringing focus to those first 3 initial attacks. The same way with the dampen and release where you're going bay. Focus on each one slowly.
Yes.
And try to, it's focus on precision more than anything else, basically. I mean, you're teaching a mind-muscle connection, so
yes,
you just focus on the precision.
That's right. The brother to the attack and release onset is the dampen and release onset, starting with the plosives. Lisa, what's a plosive?
Oh,
We did this 2 weeks ago.
I don't understand plosive.
It's a consonant.
I
Yeah.
I don't watch. Maybe I don't watch this video. I saw the videos about physical modes, and I saw the videos about acoustic modes, but not all the videos about acoustic modes. And I don't saw all videos attacks. I see.
Hang on.
I saw.
Hang
Understand?
on.
You understand me?
Это согласный, который
No.
взрывается или хлопает. Взрывной – это согласный, который взрывается или хлопает.
Oh, I understand.
So Lisa, what is a plosive? It's a consonant that explodes. It's a consonant that explodes.
Yes.
Ka. The brother
I
of the
understand.
attack and release onset is the plosive or the dampen and release onset. Okay, let's get training.
I don't see so dampen and release. I haven't enough time to see all your videos. I understand.
All right, homework for you, Lisa. Watch the videos on the plosives, on the dampen and release onset. Okay, let's go ahead and train. Oz, it's good to have you back. We did a full session with Amy. Amy, do you have any feedback from our session? You were a good sport last. We pounded on Amy. We hammered on her, and we got her like sounding great. Amy, did you get a chance to practice? And are you feeling some mojo?
Oh yeah, definitely. That was so helpful last week or last 2 weeks ago, just doing that with you because I felt more confident going in and doing the
Yeah.
practice myself and being stronger on the higher notes. So
Yeah, cool. Yeah, great. That's exactly what I want to hear from you. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Let's go right into let's do a routine of track and release onset. Keep it soft to warm up real quick, okay? And then let's go into attack and release onset since we're talking about it a little bit. All right. Oz, I'm going to ask you to lead the family this morning. Are you up for it? You got a mic? You ready to go? You got your Neumann K105?
Yep, sure.
All right, baby. Let's do this. A perfect, beautiful track and release onset, please.
Is that on G?
That would be a G3. Yes.
Check, check. Okay. May.
Good. What's your onset package? Give me 5 real quick. What row 5? 5 real quick on the onset package.
Cry. Respiration. Frequency. Match pitch. What else am I missing here? Phonate or nasal consonant. Nasal consonant. What's the other word I'm looking for that? Okay. And your anchoring. What's the package called again? So larynx, dampening.
Oh, maybe dampen your larynx. Maybe have good mental attitude. I mean, there's like 10 of them. Okay, good job. Let's keep going. And
May.
okay, now I've talked to you about this before. That resonance needs to go forward. Don't. Cry, cry, cry into the back of your top teeth. Hey.
May.
Still a little dopey. Brighten it up.
May.
That's it. That's it.
May.
I want to hear more whimper on the front end.
May.
How's the audio, team? Coming through fine? Can we hear him? Everybody's Jim, how's the audio? How's the tech? Okay, great. Thanks, buddy. Jim is our house engineer.
May.
Amy, what do you think of that? Coach him. What do you think of that? Do it again. Do it again, Oz.
May.
Amy, I'm calling on you. Sit up.
what did you ask? What I thought about his sound?
Oh, you're muted out for some reason, Robert.
I am muted out.
Oh, not now you're not. Now we can hear you, but you dropped out for a second there.
I'm calling on you. Sit up on you. Sit up. We're in class. Sit up.
I think is it the noise suppression thing? Because
Oh,
It's dropout.
And out, yeah.
that. All right. So I'm going to try.
we can hear you right now.
All right. Test 1, 2. How does that sound?
That sounds okay for a minute there.
Okay.
Talk some more.
Test 1, 2. 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
No, it keeps dropping out. It sounds like maybe it's the noise suppression setting.
Test D, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Dropping out.
Zoom, optimize audio, low, high background speech, high suppression, high. I don't want high suppression.
No.
I've got low suppression. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2.
Seems okay right now. It seems like it's okay now.
All right, guys. I do believe my settings are where they should be. Oz, go ahead. Still a little dopey. Brighten it up.
You're dropping out, Robert.
I changed my mic. I think that would probably help. May. Right, Oz. May. Better. Jim, how's my audio? Okay?
It sounds good now.
Yeah. All right. It's this, Jim, if you'll remember this, I think it's this webcam. It's when I use the microphone on the webcam, it's when we get into some weird shit.
Oh, so now you're using the computer, your computer mic? Okay.
Yeah. Oz, let's go. Oz, I want you to visualize less We're coming up, we're getting too much and that's throwing the resonance down to your throat, which is making things heavy. I want you to visualize tune more into your A. Okay?
Okay.
I want ants. I want ants in your eggs. Perfect. That's it. Now the resonance forward, it's cutting, it's brighter. It's on the head there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Visualize the color in your head. Hear it in your head first and then release. So I asked him to put more into his A, and now we're getting a properly tuned A. Does that make sense, team? Okay. That's it. Leverage your tongue, tip of the tongue gets back. Mom, this is A4. You want to get your larynx down. You're going to need to leverage on this a little bit, or it's going to get wimpy. My. Leverage your tongue. Go, good belt. Good belt. Here you go. 5 crying glottal attacks on a descending fifth. So, ready? And Amy, notice how aggressive that onset is, okay? Everybody notice how aggressive it is. He is engaging chaotic crashes of the glottis in a healthy way. Okay? Lisa, are you tracking this? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. That'll get you there. What he's doing right now is exactly what I did to transform my voice. Just this. 5 call attacks and descending siren. Hey! 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 As you get to the bottom, you're getting dopey. Keep the resonance forward as you get low. Okay? Weird thing happens when students do a glissando, when they do descending glissandos, when students do descending sirens, the resonance tends to fall back to a throaty position as they go lower in frequency. I don't know why exactly. It's just the human anatomy, something that students tend to go, and they get dopey at the bottom. Hey, hey! Keep it bright and forward all the way. Hey, 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 hey! Hey, 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 hey! Oz. Hey! Hey! There you go. One more. Hey! 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 Hey!
I see. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Hey! 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 That's it.
It's very subtle, but yeah, I can feel what you're talking about.
Well, yeah.
Dropping down as it's.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole shift when you're moving from one note to another, it's that whole sitting at this note, your configuration is this way. Sitting at this note, the configuration is this way. And it's this whole transitionary phase going from one to the other. And it's kind of like, I can feel where it's shifting, and he's kind of got to it's really difficult to explain. But yeah, I see what you're talking about. Thank you.
You're welcome. And do you see, this is why we do sirens. Because you get a configuration at the onset that's great, and then we want to take that perfect configuration. We want to take that perfect configuration that's great at the onset, and we want to move it down through the chaos. We want to push it through frequency changes. And as we take that onset configuration, what's the configuration? It's the onset pat. What's the configuration? Vowel, cry mode, dampen the larynx, get your eyes off the floor. It's the onset package, all the good stuff. Okay. So we take, see how I'm doing a little heart for love? Okay. So we take the perfect configuration and we bring it down in a siren, down frequency. And as we do this, it wants to fall apart. The resonance, everything, the cry, everything. It wants to sort of fall apart as we push it, as we go up and down through frequency. As we move the voice through frequency changes, it wants to fall apart. It's hard. It's hard to maintain the beautiful configuration as the voice moves through frequency, right? Didn't have to tell you that, okay, right? So what's one of the best ways to train the body to maintain the beauty and the integrity as it goes through frequency changes? Sirens. And that's sort of what Oz is hitting at. Like as you're moving through the siren, you're feeling it change. It does have to change. And yeah, Jim, you're muted, Jim.
I got a question. Is it preferable to do attack and release with only descending sirens? Because I was doing them ascending, then descending.
No.
Is it preferable to do them just descending?
No, it's preferable to do both directions.
Okay. And it doesn't matter which one comes first, or does?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The onset and siren work that we do at at TVS goes in both directions. And not and ascending or descending, one is not better than the other. They're equally important. Yin and yang.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just doing descending this morning with Oz because we already worked up with the track and release, right? So we went up with the track and release. So I want to come back down with the attack and release. Okay. Putting the two together creates a very useful little routine. Okay, he warms up as he goes up. The track and release is a softer onset, so he sort of warms up as he goes up. Then as we come back down, we begin to sort of hit heavier weight. Yeah. Okay. Great job, Oz. Nice. How's my audio, guys? Is the mic better now? Is it working? Okay. I just got to remember to not use the
Webcam.
The webcam. All right. Who is next? I'll take volunteers. Cool. All right. True. You want to do it? Let's do it, buddy. True. We've only seen you, I think, one other time. I know you have the course and stuff. Just real quick, update us a little bit. Have you been putting time into the course? Do you feel like you understand sort of the stuff?
No, my New Year's resolution was to neglect my practice and start smoking, and I decided to give up on it. So,
Okay.
So no, I have nothing. I'm at zero.
Okay. All right. So, if I asked you right now to do a track and release onset, would you know what I'm asking you to do?
I believe so. It's the cry mode. It's what Oz was doing, right?
I suppose, yes. So Lisa, if I asked you to do a track and release onset, do you know what I'm asking you to do?
Try.
All right. Well, don't try. Just get her done. Just get her done. Okay. All right. So True, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with Lisa because she's been practicing it and she's been working on it. And what we as a class want you to do is to go practice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. True. No, hang on.
Yeah.
I'm scolding True
Yeah.
at the moment. True, practice.
Okay, I will.
Okay. And then come back and show us what you got. All right. Okay. All right, buddy. Thank you. All right, Lisa, let's do track and release onsets, okay?
What note?
I will accompany you.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you understand?
yes. I understand.
Okay. Yeah, but it's fun.
Сейчас мы отследим и выпустим начало.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Whipper like a puppy. Good, good, good. Now I want you to sit up. Sit up straight. Okay. More cry, more cry. Hey. Nope. That.
Oh.
Hang on.
Time out.
Oh.
Hang on. Let me coach you.
Oh.
Let me coach you. You're okay. That doesn't have enough cry mode in it. All right. So what I want you to do, it's okay. You know that. It's okay. Can you whimper? Do that, please. Yes. That's good whimper. That's a whimper, right? How do you say whimper? How do you say whimper? Just curious. Whimper.
Хныканье.
Oh,
Хныканье. Хныканье.
I understand. Whimper.
Okay. Good. Now, I want you to whimper again, but I want you to feel the vocal folds connecting. Watch me.
Yes, I understand it.
And then sustain. Watch me. Hold on to the whimper. Keep whimpering. It would seem that I'm not the only one needs to put my audio at low suppression, right, team? Right, Jim? So, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get in the weeds with her at the moment. I think that might be complicated, but good.
Очередной раз.
Again.
This
No. D is fine. Okay. There you go. Good. So that you tracked and you released into an A, and it was more cry. It's more whimpery. Good. I want you to take the tip of your tongue and leverage it. Push on the back of here. Okay. When you release the vowel. Because we need to get some muscle behind it. Good. Now, does anybody have it's a little bit bright. It's a little bit, the larynx is a little high. It's a little bit bright. It's a little bit quacky. Okay. Jim, what would you recommend to get this to warm up and get a little bit more rounded?
Add a little as in would, could, or should, but just a tiny little bit.
Yeah, that's great. That's great advice. And I was going to advise that. And that's the acoustics. That's the acoustic tuning. Do you understand, Lisa? Do you understand what he said? Okay, that's
yes.
the acoustic tuning. Oz, what's the physical thing that she can do to help get it to not be too quacky and to warm it up?
Well, we would need to release compression on that. So I really don't know how. Would it be one of the onsets?
Yeah. Keep going.
It wouldn't. So the quack and release is if you're having difficulties trying to achieve compression.
That'd be the wrong direction. Yeah.
Correct. So we're trying to go the other way.
Think about it. Female voice, warmth, darkness. We just talked about it.
Dampen?
Yeah.
Dampen and release?
That's right. So Lisa, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to change your onset.
Then I should to dampen the larynx. Yes.
So
continuing to do the track and release onset with you is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But the better onset for you right now is the plosive, the dampen and release onset. Why? Because I want you to get your larynx down so that it's not too quacky. Okay, so let's practice the dampen.
Yes.
We'll go practice the dampen and release onset. Beep, 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 beep. This is my voice without larynx dampening. If I'm a woman, it's kind of too bright. So as a lady, I want to get my larynx down. You hear that? It's got a little bit of Elmer Fudd in it. Just a little bit of Elmer Fudd. Okay?
Yes.
Embouchure.
Yes.
Yes. No, no, no. No.
Oh.
It's rounded. It's there you go. 5 dampen and release onsets. Baby, baby. Babe, 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 babe.
Babe. Yes. Babe. 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 Babe.
Good. That's a dampen and release onset.
Oh.
That is getting your larynx down. That is removing sort of the bright quackiness, and it's making your voice sound beefier. Okay? Let's continue. Ready and
Babe. 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 Babe.
Yep. More great. Good. More canines. More canines in your super embouchure, madame.
Yes. Babe. 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 Babe.
That's it. Do you guys hear the larynx dampening in that? Okay. And you know that if her larynx wasn't anchored, it would pop up and it would be a brighter, more quacky sound. It would be. It would be. We don't want that. We want more warmth. So we're going to get that larynx down. Lisa, you're doing great. Keep going. I want you to attack. I want your onset more aggressive. More aggressive, okay? Sit up straight. If you're going to be more aggressive, you gotta sit up straight, get athletic, get ready. Hey, babe, 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 babe. Get after it.
Babe. 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 Babe.
Great. That's it.
Babe. 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 Babe.
Now you're working it. Good. Sit up straight. Keep going.
Babe. 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 Babe.
Good. Teeth.
Ah.
Super, super, génial, super embouchure matin.
Babe. 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 Babe.
love the energy. Love the energy. Isn't the energy great, you guys? Don't forget to cry. With that kind of energy, make sure you cry. Bye, 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 bye. Good job. Here we are. Now isn't that great? So we're creeping up on the female passaggio. Ready?
Oh,
I told you, yeah, we're coming up. Yeah, I know. Here we go.
it's a flat.
Oh yeah, a little
note.
flat. Okay. It's a little bit too much. There's a little bit too much. It's a little bit bad. It's a little bit bad and not babe. Okay.
Babe.
So think about the advice that Jim gave you. I want you to tune a little bit of would, could, should, into your A. I know that's hard. I know that's weird, but bye, ba, 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 ba. Good. Okay.
This is not my favorite note that I can't. I try it again.
Yes, do try again. This is your passaggio. This is your passaggio. Okay, good. Now, just like I did with Oz, five dampen and release onsets. We'll keep it at dampen and release for her because I want her to team. I could go to glottal attacks, it'd be fine. Any onset would be fine, but I want to stay at the dampen and release because we want to, unlike Oz, for Lisa, we want to help her get her larynx down. That's sort of like the main thing. So we're going to stay on the plosive because that's the onset to get the larynx down. Okay, so real quick before we're done. Bye, 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 bye. Ready and.
Yes.
I will accompany. I will accompany to save time. Ready?
Oh, I try again.
Take your time. Like Oz said, take your time. Take your time. Relax. More my siren? Where's my siren? Slow down.
Bay, 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 bay.
Cool.
Отличная работа.
Thank you very much.
Look at the look on Jim's face. He's still not getting it. He's like Jim keeps thinking like, that is not a Brooklyn accent. I don't know what the hell is going on. Jim, there is life outside of Brooklyn or outside of New York. I know, it's crazy.
I didn't know there was life of like above 57th Street. So.
I know. Or 53rd and 3rd. Okay. All right. Cool. Fun. I was that helpful for you guys? Yeah.
I have a question, Robert, quickly, just from what Lisa was doing. I was trying to follow along, and I was wondering the resonance when you do that dampen release, it changes a little bit, right? It lowers.
Well, the coloration lowers, and that is what we want. The frequency, which is the frequency doesn't lower, but the harmonics. Think spectrograph signature software. Okay, the harmonics amplifies lower frequencies.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about like vibration, like in your, like when you do the I feel like it drops it a little lower in my face. That's how I felt it. I don't know if Lisa.
Yeah. So Oz was hitting on this. When the resonance and the formants are shifting and the resonance is moving in the upper vocal tract and in the oral cavity and stuff, we feel these things. We certainly do feel these things, and your vocal fach, your vocal type, your vocal fach, and your gender and different things will influence what we each feel and when we feel it. But feeling something forward is certainly, I have no reason to argue with you. Yeah. So that's not what is there a question in that?
Oh yeah, my question was, is it supposed to change? Because you were saying for Oz, you wanted him to keep it forward.
Yes.
Then when I felt like for me, when I tried to do it along with Lisa, it was hard for me to keep it forward once you did the dampen release. That lowering the, I felt like it didn't want to stay forward, for me at least.
Right. That's a good observation. And I believe you when you say it didn't want to lay forward as easy when I got the larynx down. It's because the resonance space in the upper vocal tract has shifted. It's changed. So when you brought your larynx down, it made the resonance sort of fall back a little bit. Okay. But you're going to compensate that with your tongue. All right. So you would compensate and get the you got to dampen larynx, and you would compensate and get the resonance forward still. You need to do that, and it would be a tongue adjustment, a back of the tongue adjustment that would then get the resonance to fall back forward. Now, at this part of the story, you might be thinking, that sounds complicated. How do I command my tongue what to do to get the resonance? The good news is it is complicated, but the good news is you don't have to do anything, but just visualize. Just visualize. Visualize the color. We did this with Oz earlier. I just told him I needed more ants in your eggs, and he just thought more in my egg, and it was perfect. The tongue is an incredible athlete. Think about what the tongue moves around for language, and it does all these things, and it moves food around and all kinds of things, and helps us sing. The tongue is an incredible athlete. And the tongue has a lot of experience taking commands from the brain. The brain tells the tongue to do something, the tongue does all these things for us. It's a muscle. So if you just visualize, I've got to keep my larynx down, but I want my resonance forward. If you just visualize that, the tongue will respond for you.
Oh, okay. So just imagine it forward as I'm doing.
That's right. That's right. Just like walking, you're not consciously telling yourself to put one leg in front of each other.
Mhm.
Okay. It's just that might sound a bit esoteric, but it's not. It's just that the tongue gets so much practice on doing delicate little maneuvers for a lifetime that the tongue can take about any command and it'll just do it unconsciously.
Okay. I'll try that. Thank you.
It's very tactile, isn't it? Like our hands and our fingers, very tactile. Just just present the sound color and it will respond. Now, I've seen studies, I've seen information about how to get vowels by slightly curling the back of your tongue up or doing, like I've seen diagrams of tongue movements and stuff. You don't need any of that crap. It's boring. You don't need it. Just visualize the color. Everything. Any other questions? No? Oh, okay. The troublemaker in the back of the bus. Yeah.
What's in terms of attack and release versus dampen and release, is one more strenuous than the other, or like, because I found when I was doing dampen and release, it felt like it was more strenuous than attack and release, even though the name sounds like attack and release would be more.
That's very interesting, Jim, and I think it's very much a personal thing. But I think all students, if I lined up 100 students and on my experience and stuff, I think at the end of the day, the attack and release onset is more aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah. And therefore it's a little more risky if you're not in cry mode. Yeah. Interesting question though. Good question. True. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay. What's your homework?
I don't know yet.
We could Zoom after this if you have time.
Yes, that would be good.
All right. All right, guys. I maybe that's a cue for me. Let's give you some homework. Okay. All right. So I think we already did the who has studied the dampen and release and the attack and release onset in the context of these courses, not like in general, like old school people like Oz and Jim, but like in the context of this course. Has anybody dove into it? Yeah. No. Like, have you gone out and watched the lecture and practiced it prior to this lesson? No. Okay. All right. So I am going to give you guys links. Hang on. It's right here. What am I talking about? It's right here. Homework. Right here. Okay. We've got to get to our warm-ups, don't we, guys? We got to do the warm-ups. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want you guys to practice the warm-up routine. Okay? And the track and release onset, and the attack and release onset, and the dampen and release onset. So I'm going to drop this, copy. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. This will be ambitious. We got to get to the warm-up, don't we? We haven't done that yet. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to remove the onsets that I don't want you to spend time on right now, which would be quack, wind, and pulse. Take a look at your at the Zoom chat, guys. Can you copy that? It's right here. It's in your template too. Okay. I want you to do the training routine, or the warm-up routine, the warm-up routine, excuse me. Track and release, dampen release, and attack and release. I'd like everybody to watch the lectures and practice it. So that 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks, plenty of time. So 2 weeks from now, we come back and we do this warm-up routine. Okay, and then we revisit these onsets with the sirens. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Robert, quick question. I noticed on that list, mesa de voce and contract and release are not on there. Are this any particular reason?
Yeah, interesting. They're not on there because those were specialty onsets. And when I created the template, I wanted the template to be more pragmatic. I want it to be practical. I want it to, because it has to work for everybody, all situations, all genders and everything. So I just wanted people to get the most out of it. If I drop something in there that's sort of more abstract and more of a specialty item, it'll just create confusion.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like, and that translates to, I don't use them quite as often. They're like specialty tools that you pull out on certain situations. Okay. We can go over them. I'd be happy to go over them, but I'm not making that a priority at the moment. All right, guys, are we clear on that? Cool. This was fun, especially talking in Russian. That's the cool part. I'm really doing that. Okay.
You.
I got to get one in here that'll do like a Brooklyn accent too. That would be cool. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. All right. Train.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Of
All
course.
right. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.
But
Bye.